them below. We're going to give him a little free F-150 or, I don't know, whatever he's into. Ford, Chevy, Nissan, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Buick, GMC, Lincoln. You pick the brand. I got it. Let's go. Welcome to All In Week 8. And let me tell you something. We were on fire last week. Sharp. And your man, Marco Hollywood Pamani, was absolutely spitting flames last week. And I'm lisping for a reason. All right, give me an intro. Make sure, guys, I'm going to say it right now. He's going to reiterate what I'm saying. Make sure you comment on the YouTube. Make sure you give me a 5-star review. Help your cousin out. I don't have corporate money backing me. It's family owned over here, baby. Give me an intro.
Comment, subscribe, share, do what you can do for the cousins. You heard it. It's family first over here. We're getting shit together. Let's talk first and foremost tonight. NBA opening night. We had two beauties. We just saw
Lakers just got slapped. It's all right, though. They're going to do okay this year. I think young LeBron's going to make a trade towards the middle of the season, get some talent on his team, and make a good run into the postseason. But next game, Suns, Warriors. I don't know how the Warriors are favored, but they are. I know this is going to be all in past tense for you guys, but that Suns roster is locked and it's loaded.
So that Suns roster comes in with Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and a newly added Bradley Beal. So that team is stacked up. And
I
then
love Bradley
Warriors grabbed Chris Paul, an old son.
Yeah.
He'll be going against his old team tonight. That should be a good one. Honestly, you said the Warriors were taking some real heavy action on this game.
Warriors were the betting favorite in this game. And I mean, I get it. Steph Curry gets me going, and I get it. He gets
scale of 1 to 10 though. What would you say? Scale of 1 to 10, home crowd adds the value that the home crowd adds for the Warriors in this game.
I think the value the home crowd adds is maybe a 3-point swing in this game, so it's pretty much just a pick it. I don't know. It doesn't matter what pick I give you here, but NBA season's kicked off. I'll be at the Bulls game on Wednesday for opening night. I'm excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun, but we're going to talk right now about MLB. MLB, the Rangers advance, just like I said. I posted it on my story, gave you guys 3 winners last night, plus 1.5 money line, and then Vikings plus 7.5. I'd do it for the people.
Those were freebies.
I do it for the people. Do you do it for the people? Because I do it for the people. I don't ask for $1 in return. All I ask for is your love. And defend me when people talk shit. That's it. Hey! Oh! Anyways,
juiced up
right now we're watching Arizona. They're up 3-2 on the Phillies. I really hope the Phillies can pull this out. I sent a very nice couple to the game, row 2. And all I know is this game is
it's heated up, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 men on in the 7th here for the Diamondbacks. They could throw the dagger here, maybe not. They need
to activate the National Guard if Philly doesn't win this game. That's
they do. There would be something
angry Philly fans, but they'll just lean back on the Eagles like they always do. All right, NCAA football. This week's slate is possibly the worst college football slate I've ever seen, but you know what? Usually those are the slates that you can make a lot of money. I don't have leans on these games I'm going to come to you with right now, but one thing I do know, I am going to give you some insight on who I like to win the national championship this year. And I know a lot of you are going to say how, but or why, and I'm going to give you that breakdown. So first game we're going to talk about is Duke versus Louisville. I would have, if this was a basketball game, I would say, what a game. It's not a basketball game. It's a football game. And guys, both are ranked 20 versus 18. I don't know. I don't know these teams well enough to give them an educated look.
So I seen Duke play early in the season, beat Clemson. I think that was the first week. I've seen them play throughout. They look pretty decent this year. However, Louisville, also a pretty tough team. I've seen them expose and destroy Notre Dame. Louisville is at home. Their home crowd's been pretty dynamite this year. I've seen Jack Harlow out at the game supporting. They got some real support going on. They have a really good coach. Coach Brom, he's really stepped up to the plate time and time again at the couple of programs, Western Kentucky, then at Purdue. I like Louisville personally in this game. Not sure if I'm going to bet it. It's a team that I maybe like to see go down at home and then jump on some live value. -4 Louisville is in this game at home.
I lean Louisville in this game, but Not for any good reason.
No, it's going to be an
That's
absolute.
not a pick. That is not a pick.
No, I'm not giving a pick out on this either. If I was leaning, I'd lean Louisville. Next one, also just a shit game.
I mean, not really. It's Oregon. It's Oregon versus Utah, division rivals. It's like a Pac championship preview, possibly. I think I like Oregon here. I think Bo Nix is going to be able to try and will them into a Pac-12 championship game to try and get them into the final CFP Final Four. What do you think?
I'll tell you what really just jumps off the sheet to me.
What
about this game?
What?
You're looking at a Pac-12 game, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Which means minimal defense is supposed to be played.
These are two teams with good defense, though.
Are they good D, though, or do they just play against other teams that really don't know how to line up and fucking shove them into the ground?
I think these are legit defenses.
They must be, because Vegas must think so, too. Over under 49 in this game. Maybe over the course of 15-plus years, I've never seen Oregon come into a game that the total points was under 50. In fact, I'd be happy to see a statistic of the last time they came into a game where the over-under was totaled lower than 50.
Okay, that's actually a really interesting way to look at it. But what I'm trying to do right now is I am currently trying to find, Edgar, can you look up what the Alabama is to win the national championship this year?
He loves Bama to win this. He loves Bama to win this title.
I'm trying to find it. I just think that they're built. Oh my God.
That's your favorite.
Guys,
you love a 14-1, 16-1.
I'm not giving you picks on the college football games that we just talked about. I am giving you a 14-1 future on my show right now. You could plug it in at 14-1. Alabama to win the college football championship. I like it more than I don't like it. And I just, the way that their schedule's lined up, they're gonna play Georgia in the SEC championship. And I got news for you. Nick Saban, he's mad. And I like a mad Nick Saban. This guy just knows how to fucking will his team to a victory. Let's see. When do they meet up here? They definitely meet up soon. They meet up. They're going to meet up in the championship.
So you will put trust in this Milroe.
I don't like
Rookie Milroe,
but I like everything else.
I'm sorry, freshman Milroe.
I don't like Milroe, but I like everything else.
So you think the team has enough
Look at me.
in the tank to carry Milroe?
Alabama's 14-1 to win the national championship. Their remaining schedule is LSU.
Okay.
Kentucky.
Okay.
Chattanooga. I could play on that team. No disrespect to the players on the team. I just think I can walk on, catch some balls better than you.
Shout out to Chattanooga.
And then Auburn, which we know will be a dogfight, but they're getting their ass beat.
Is that last game of the year?
That's last game of the year, Auburn.
Auburn or no?
At Auburn. But I'm not worried at all. They're going to win their last 4 games. They might not be pretty. They're going to go to the SEC championship. Everyone's going to get pounded. They're probably going to be a 10-point dog. And they're going to win. And they're going to make the playoff.
All right, you heard it. You heard it here. You heard it here. Week 8 of the NFL episode of All In. We have $1 Million Marco just said Roll Tide plus 1,400.
Roll Tide. Roll Nick Saban. Nick Saban's not going to go down without a fight. He will fight through the night. Sorry, Independence Day. I watched the movie.
Wow,
the other night.
did he get
really
excited? Let's get into what people care about.
Our Independence Day. All right, so Jerry Jones says the Cowboys are an upper echelon team. Do you agree?
Yeah, 100,000%.
I think they're above average. Their secondary is not upper echelon anymore with Diggs hurt. I think Jerry needs to shut up and let the players play.
It's a 4-2 Cowboys team. I'd say they're upper echelon.
Do you agree with that, though? Do you agree?
I do.
Shut up and let the players play?
Sure.
Okay.
But you do realize this is Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys we're talking about, so it's constant hype, constant media. And if you are going to own a team like this, I'm going to let my guys know, hey, you're upper echelon.
You know what? If you're upper echelon, I want to see your secondary stop Nakua and Cup and cover 6.5. That'll be interesting. We'll talk about that later on the show.
Yeah, we will.
Ravens are now 5-2. Everybody insulted me for taking the Ravens as my second favorite pick of the week. And not only did they win, they absolutely steamrolled the Detroit Lions. It wasn't even close.
No, sir, it wasn't.
We both loved the Ravens. We talked about it on the show. The more we talked about it, the more I liked it. And we fired and we won. We won.
Yeah.
I've liked the Ravens since before the beginning of the year. They have a new offensive coordinator. They're throwing the ball more. Lamar Jackson's keeping his head up when he scrambles to throw downfield, and I saw that work twice last week. I truly believe he's an MVP candidate, and not only isn't he an MVP candidate, I believe that they are a Super Bowl contender. I genuinely believe they will make the AFC Championship, and if they win that, I think they win the Super Bowl. I know that's a bold take. I know, but I like it.
You know what? I like it too.
You do?
Yeah, this is a team ranks third in the league in pass defense. I think they showed that tremendously against the Lions. One of the main reasons that I picked them. But you know what they didn't? They did best, and it's a thing that if other teams can figure out how to do so, if you can get Jared Goff out of that rhythm.
Yeah.
Now, when he's in that rhythm,
hard to beat him.
He's phenomenal. But if he's under pressure, out of that rhythm,
playing from behind,
can't
run the ball,
can't then play action pass, which is his bread and butter.
Yeah.
It puts them in a really bad spot. I love what the Ravens are doing on both sides of the ball. That's a complete team. That's a team that I think can get to the Super Bowl.
Watch out, because Lamar, you don't want to face him at any time in the playoffs. Bears is Tyson. How do we say his last name? I said it wrong 14 times. Bagent. We got Agent Bagent here, and I believe I liked what I saw. This guy rolled out of the pocket. He rolled out of the pocket. He rolled out of the pocket multiple times, and he hit his receivers in the chest with accuracy, velocity, and I gotta say, he looked pretty poised.
Guess what?
What?
It is unbelievable you just used that word. So I looked at his draft profile.
Oh, it
obviously was a very small draft profile considering he was a Division II player. But do you know what the one thing the NFL scouts gave him after looking at his tape? Poise, cousin.
I'm going to tell you something else. Are you ready?
So very good catch.
Can I tell you something else?
Yeah, tell me something.
His senior year, got offers to go to pretty much any D1 school to go be a QB. He turned it down, stayed at his Division II school to finish out his career there, and he broke an NCAA record with, I think, 147 or 157 touchdowns.
That's correct.
I am letting you know right now, he is no scrub. He's a legit contender, and he's only going to get better. Like, I think people need to realize this guy's not some just washed-up loser. Like, and the best part about him is he's just happy to be where he's at. He turned down more money from another team to come and play on the Bears because he felt the Bears situation was a better situation, and he made the team as the backup for the Bears. And on the other team, he might not have made it, but he would have had more money. I give this kid a lot of credit. I respect the freaking hell out of him. And if he ends up being the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears, I'm going to sponsor him. I'm going to give him a car to drive for a year on me. Al Pamani Auto Group. I love you. I like the comeback story.
Look at that.
There we go.
Look at that.
Let him know. Tag him below. We're going to give him a little free F-150 or I don't know, whatever he's into. Ford, Chevy, Nissan, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Buick, GMC, Lincoln. You picked the brand. I got it. Let's go.
I almost had a shock. I thought his heart stopped for a second. At GMC, I thought he was about to croak.
Do you want me to do a commercial right now?
Do a commercial.
Yeah. At Elf Money Ford Motors Park, we got 0% financing for 72 months. That's right. $100 down, $219 a month. I can literally sound like a car commercial anytime you want. Okay, Bill Belichick gets an extension. Only guy in the country that gets extensions when his team isn't playing great. But they did win their Super Bowl game.
We
which
love
was
you.
against the Bills. What a great game they played. And I got to say, for them to come drive down the field after giving up the lead like they did, I got to give them credit. I'm impressed. What about you?
I would have liked to see how much live action then skated over.
People pounded the Bills on the comeback.
Right.
People cleaned up.
Because you had to watch this game and think, well, if you've watched the Patriots games this year, you know that they can't get down the field to save their life. And Mac Jones couldn't throw a ball over 25 yards complete if they had his mother and father held hostage.
And they got downfield, walked downfield.
Like nothing.
Won the game, and Mac Jones probably was able to go out to dinner for the first time in all year after that and get a pat on the back instead of a finger in his face. Falcons sat Bijan, or is he sick? I don't know. This guy, there's something going on here, and I want to know what it is.
I got to weigh in heavy on this.
Weigh in heavy, because I got nothing.
Here's what
I'm
I
very
don't
confused.
understand. You show up to a game fully padded up, fully dressed. Then the coach says, you know what? At half, he says, the reason you haven't seen him, he's extremely sick today, and I wouldn't look for him to play in the second half.
Feels like an excuse.
And then the team finds themselves in do or die mode, and they throw him in there, and he gets a carry for 2 yards, and they take him out. Do you throw in a guy? Do you dress a guy, then throw in a guy who you say is very sick to the point where he may not play for 1 3-yard carry? I'm so confused. I have no idea what's
There's got to be an investigation there because somebody did something. Somebody made a lot of money betting his unders. I guarantee it. Somebody knew something about that.
It just doesn't make sense. If I got to tell you this. My superstar rookie, no matter what position he's playing, he tells me, Coach, I'm sick. I'm sick as a dog.
Don't dress.
Oh, you know what, pal? Don't even travel.
I get it.
Don't travel. You do me this much good standing on the sidelines in the heat, sweating.
Not feeling good.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm
Stay
very
at home,
confused.
watch the game.
We're going to move on to the next thing. I agree with you. That's a whole, I want to know what happened there.
Me
Weird.
too.
Chargers are now 2-4. They fucked all of us on the show. The Chargers literally just buried us. They put us in the cemetery. They didn't even have a song as we got lowered into the fucking ground. This team can literally, I'm so mad. Kellen Moore, you CK bastard. I hope you...
I thought he was going, see you next Tuesday, what you CK bastard.
His play calling so bad. You're going to tell me you couldn't move the ball with the talent that you have on that roster? You suck, Kellen Moore. The team doesn't suck. You suck. The Cowboys said you sucked. They let you go. They've been fine without you.
I'm proud of you.
The Chargers should fire you right now. I hate you. You know, if you're married, you're lucky your wife loves you because I hate you.
I think the entire Chargers coaching staff, head coach Staley, I couldn't agree with you more. I mentioned this last week. Kellen Moore had ruined the Cowboys offense. He's going to ruin this offense. They should clean house and start over. They're 2-4. Their team is stacked. They should do whatever they possibly can to shake things up down in LA to try and make a playoff run at this point in the season. 6 games in, a third of the season over. Do something now. They're just bad on offense and defense. I can't talk about it.
It's
Dolphins,
crazy.
Eagles, highly anticipated, 5-1.
Not much to watch there because the Eagles just ran the ball through them. And A.J. Brown slapped everybody he went by. I swear, it felt like A.J. Brown, as he ran by his defenders, he would slap them and then go catch it.
So A.J. Brown, it's funny you say that. A.J. Brown, I am challenging all of the other NFL receivers to be as nasty and physical as A.J. Brown. He fucking punishes defensive backs when he yaks the ball. Guys get crushed out there. And then on top of that, his blocking ability, even when he's not getting the ball, it's top tier. I absolutely love this guy. This guy's on one of the hottest receiving streaks that I personally have ever seen, and that just transitioned right into just slapping the shit out of the Dolphins.
Yeah, it's honestly game we don't even need to talk about it anymore. Dolphins got to go beat somebody with a good record. The Vikings, are they back? I'm here to tell you they are, and I'm going to tell you why. Their remaining schedule is not difficult. If you go look at the Vikings' remaining schedule, I'm not scared of it. I genuinely believe that they could finish the year 7-3. If they finish 7-3, that would put them at what? That they're 3-4 right now, right? 10-7. That's a playoff entry, and they'll probably upset in the first round someone. Because I got news for you: Kirk Cousins don't give a flying fuck. The guy's an absolute dog. He can throw the ball. He's not scared to throw it. He's kind of reminding me of an older Brett Favre.
Dude, how about how he stands in the pocket
And just gets popped.
and just takes it like a gentleman?
You know why he goes to church after the game and has a real nice day?
He's such a nice guy.
He's such a family guy. I love what a family guy he is. It's hard to hate Kirk Cousins.
It is.
Anyways, we almost hit a 50 to 1 parlay. Chargers screwed us, but don't worry. I've got a 50 to 1 parlay I'm going to share on the show later. I don't love it like I did last week. Last week, I really loved it. This week, I felt like I was scratching up games to kind of come up with this for you. So
last week, it felt like you were about to pull off the Marco Magic again. It was closing in.
I genuinely loved the parlay. I made a ton of money last week. I really did. And I know people that followed us, they did too. But you know what, though? The good news is I might not have hit the 50 to 1 parlay, but you hit the prosciutto slice thin pounded it hard, cuzzy. I'm moving in and out of the chair, showing you how I had all 3 girls. Talk to me. How did you feel about winning that prosciutto pound?
It felt good. Honestly, I just want you guys to know when it feels good because of you. It's all the people behind us on these bets that really get me going. Even, money's at stake, but I just want to let you all know I appreciate you that much. Your satisfaction means more to me than any dollar amount. The fact that we can wheel these home together and win is just my favorite.
Absolutely no better feeling. We're moving on to leans, feels, how you feel.
It's game time.
Here we go. Thursday night football, Bucks at Bills. Bucks look terrible. Anthony really likes the Bills in this game. I don't have a lean on this game. I'm not going to lie. I don't. If I was to bet it, I'd probably take Bucks on an alternate line at plus 10 because I'm just not sold on the Bills D right now. But I'm not touching this game. I'm letting you know I'm not touching. So give us your insight, Ian.
I am not touching this game. If I was touching the game, I would probably lay the juice and take the Bills at like -7. I think the Bills in this game are going to absolutely put on an aerial attack. It is Thursday night. I'd be very cautious of that. The Buccaneers have shown glimpses of being able to play some football. I'm going to stay away from that.
For some reason, I just feel like the Bucs, they played so bad the other day.
They played horrible.
I just think that they can't play any worse.
They got physically fucking knocked out against the Lions the week before, which is why I faded the Lions against the Ravens, because the Ravens like to play physical, and the Lions fucking shot their load against the Bucs.
I believe that. Next game, we're going to talk about Rams at Cowboys. This is an interesting game, and I'm going to tell you why. I can see this game going any direction. The Rams being plus 6.5 against the Cowboys, that's a token line for me. I've said it on my show before, this year, last year, year before. Anytime a line's 6.5, proceed with caution. I'm not going to lie. If I'm betting this game, I'm taking the Rams plus 6.5. So this will not be in my 50 to 1 parlay. This will not be on anything. I will take the Rams plus 6.5. Very light. Very light. I don't love this, but I have a rule that I have to bet every plus 6.5 point dog, and I have to take them on the plus points, not the money line, the plus points, because I've always said that's a trap line, and I just don't have any other explanation other than that. I do like the receiving core against the secondary for the Cowboys. But that's
secondary for the Cowboys comes into this game ranked second in the league, I believe.
And I would love to.
What does that make you feel about the Rams Cowboys?
For some reason I like the over too.
The over is nice. Here, I expect Sean McVay to call an aggressive, unbelievable game if his team is going to have a chance to win.
And they're 3-4. They can get to 4-4. And
correct. But most importantly, the Rams must effectively and efficiently run the football in this game on the road if they're going to win.
That's right. Now it's time for my pick of the week. I love it. It's my favorite. I'm confident
it's coming
in
early
it.
This week.
I'm confident. I like it. I love it. Vikings money line at the Packers. I already told you how they're going to make a run. Ladies and gentlemen, lock in your bets early. I believe the Vikings are going to slap the Packers around. I think Jordan Love's little run is over. Packers are going to be very mediocre the rest of the year. They had a little glimpse early, but let's all be honest. It was a glimpse. I love the Vikings. What do you like?
This game
you didn't like the Vikings.
Okay, here. This is the
Be honest.
No, I'm going to tell you.
All right.
My head for the Vikings is where your head is at. The Vikings they beat the Bears without Jefferson. Okay, big deal, you beat the Bears. Then you beat the Niners without Jefferson in prime time. Now you're talking dirty.
Yeah.
The Packers have looked horrible.
They have, but the Packers at home,
They're at home,
They're
but
at
they've
home.
looked horrible, right?
I know. I'm riding the wave. Vikings.
So
They're my
while the
favorite.
Vikings have looked really good and the Packers have looked really bad, Vegas has made me feel very uncomfortable at -1.5. That's the only reason that I don't like the Vikings in this game is I'm just simply not going to bet it. I think the Vikings should kill the Packers.
Okay, I'm on the Vikings. I like it. I love it. I'm pounding it. Period.
Done. You wanted me to tell the people? I told them.
Yeah, no, you didn't like it, and I respect that. Falcons at the Titans. Falcons are -2.5 on the road. The over-under is 36.5. Talk about a miserable game. I'd rather watch my daughter cheerlead a football game on the sideline than watch these two teams go at it. That's super disrespectful because I love football, but I just can't stand either of these teams. I really can't. What do you like in this?
I will not be watching this game.
Are you going to take anything?
I don't miss any games, and I will not be watching this one. I will not be betting it. I do not want to see the Titans play football, really.
I feel you.
You know I like the Falcons team, though.
I just
that you
can't
hate.
see the Titans not winning this game. I mean, if I was to bet it, I'm taking the Titans +2.5. But again, I don't love anything really much this week. Next game we're going to go to is Saints +1.5 at the Colts. Weird.
That game's crazy.
I don't know.
Hey, all I know is the Colts just played the #1 ranked defense in the NFL.
And just did everything they wanted.
They scored 37.
I'm probably
Or 38
leaning.
or
I'm
whatever
probably
they
leaning
scored.
Saints in this game.
It's crazy.
I'm leaning Saints.
That's another game you just don't even want to watch, though.
I don't know. I'm going to lean Saints. I'm actually going to plug them in the parlay.
Are you?
I'm going to take out one of the games I've been uncomfortable with, and I'm going to plug that one
Okay.
in.
Okay.
The more I look at it, the more I like it.
While he does that, let's now move on.
Go ahead.
This is a game.
This
is a game that we talked about. Patriots +9.5 at Miami.
What a weird game.
Miami has been playing phenomenal at home. They've been playing good throughout the season. Really, they just got blasted by the Eagles. However, the Patriots, a usual suspect when it comes to Miami. These games are usually so tough, nitty and gritty. You just have to expect both coaches at this point to know the tendencies on each side. I personally don't foresee or know how Mac Jones and this New England offense can keep up with Miami.
That's fair. I respect that.
But I'm not going to bet the game.
Fair. I'm not. I mean, I like the Patriots +9.5, but not enough to bet it. I just think the Dolphins have been a little bit exposed on their offense. Like, you could just predict some things, and it's not hard to predict. And with that A-Chain guy, with him being out, I'm noticing a little bit of a problem here. Mostert's good, but he's not better than that guy.
And he's also not an every down back. He's a little bit smaller, a little bit speedier, which is now you take a little depth away there, and then you got to really rely on the pass game.
Jets at the Giants. This is a home game for both teams. They play out of the same place. Wow. I mean, people are saying Aaron Rodgers is going to come back and try and get into the playoffs for this team. I don't know. What do you think? You already liked something. Tell him.
I sort of like the Jets in this game.
I respect that.
But I can't bet it.
Why? What are you betting? You can't not bet anything.
Well, we're going to figure it out. I'm going to get into what I'm betting.
This guy's not betting shit this week. I'm over here putting my ass on the line.
I'll tell you what I'm going to bet.
You son of a bitch. All right, Jags at the Steelers.
Just take it easy.
Wow, Steelers pulled out a great win last week. I'm going to be honest, I did not see that coming. That was one of my L's.
You didn't see it coming.
Jags have been looking really good. If I like anything in this game, I think I like the over.
Guess what?
What?
I hate this game more than any game on the slate.
Really?
Yes. Well, this game, I think, is like so dangerous as a gambler. Jaguars at the Steelers. Jaguars -2.5. Steelers, the most surprisingly, shockingly Mike Tomlin 4-2 NFL team that you'll ever see.
That's the defense.
I know. It's unbelievable. I don't know what can happen. I don't know which games the Steelers are capable of winning and which games they're capable of losing.
They're a team that can win a game that you'd never expect and then lose a game that you'd never expect.
Correct.
And it's really bizarre.
And that's the way I feel about it.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. I can't even lie to you about that. I mean, that's crazy.
I mean, do you have any lean on this game?
Not really.
Me neither.
Not really.
Let's get into another shit game. You ready for this one?
Ready.
Eagles.
How is that shit?
Eagles at the Commanders.
That sounds like a great game.
Do you see who the Commanders been losing to these days?
Buddy, you know
Bro.
what? The way that you just said that made me like them even more.
Okay.
I like 6. I already told you my 6.5 theory. Especially 6.5 at home.
You're not doing that. You're not doing the Commanders this week, are you?
I'll take plus 6.5 Commanders. I'll take it. I'm gonna bet it. That's my rule. I bet every 6.5 point dog. Wow. I do.
That is your rule.
That is my rule.
That is your 6.5 sweet spot.
When in doubt,
We call that the 6.5 sweet spot.
I'm taking the Commanders plus 6.5. I've got no choice. It's the line. I don't lie. I don't care who joined the Eagles secondary. They're still sliced mortadelle.
You don't like Kevin Byard?
I don't give a flying fuck where Kevin came from and the Titans team he was on. Sorry.
He doesn't care where Kevin came from and the Titans team that he was previously on.
Yeah.
However, I
don't
think
care.
he's going to make a big difference in the Eagles secondary. Another game I will not be betting, but don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. I will be betting this weekend. We just haven't gotten there yet.
Jesus Christ.
Texans at the Panthers. The Panthers are 0-6, and C.J. Stroud looks like he's got the biggest prick in all of the NFL this season. Who do you like in this game?
My second favorite game of the week is the 0-6 Panthers plus 3. That is my second favorite game of the week. I gave it to you. Plus 3. I like it. I think Bryce Young gets his first win of the year, and it comes against a friend of his, C.J. Stroud.
You ready?
What?
You've
I'm
been
ready.
waiting. You've been waiting for it.
You don't bet shit.
They've been waiting for it. I'll tell you what. I'm going to take the Panthers plus 3 in this game
Okay.
by themselves. I think the Panthers finally get one in the win column. They deserve it. Their defense is real. I believe that. Their offense is struggling a little bit. But, Edgar, I see you smiling at me over there. I'm going to slice it thin. And I'm going to slice it thin for you tonight, Edgar. Here it is. You ready? I'm going to read it off. I'm taking the Panthers plus 4.5 on an alternate line. I'm parlaying that because I love to pound this prosciutto. We're going Ravens back-to-back this week with the Cowboys on the ML and Detroit on the ML. That's Detroit ML, Cowboys ML, Ravens ML.
What's that pay? What's
Panthers
that pay?
plus 4.5. Plus 240. Slice it thin. Last week,
You sliced it.
what did I give last week?
Nothing but
Plus
wins.
200.
Yeah.
Two team steam plus 200.
Plus four. This
week,
one's a lot of teams, though.
I give 240.
240 for 4-teamer, though.
4 team steam 240. That's how I do it.
You know what? Win it, cuz.
Do you like it or no?
I don't love it, but I like where
You
your
don't
head's at.
love it.
I don't love it, but
Okay.
I like your prosciuttos hit more than my 50 to 1s hit. I'll tell you that.
Well, they should. That's only because they should.
I know. Browns at the Seahawks. I'm letting you know I'm leaning Browns. I like the Browns plus 3. I'll be betting it. I don't like it. It's weird. I like Deshaun Watson. I like the defense, even though they didn't show up last week. And I hate Eugenio Smith.
Eugenio's got the Seahawks rocking again at 4-2. They're at home. Seahawks minus 3. This game's going to be a defensive dogfight, I think.
I could see that.
Okay.
Genuinely, I could see lots of field goals, not a lot of touchdowns.
Okay.
Chiefs at the Broncos.
Oh, my God. Here he goes.
What?
Here he goes.
What?
Honestly, we might need Edgar to do like reruns since we're on week 8 of how many times he looks into the camera and says, man, I don't know why, but I love the Broncos. And then he proceededly then says, you know what? I'm putting $50,000. I'm putting $200,000 on the Broncos.
Listen,
What are you doing?
last week, all right, listen. Last week, everybody laughed when the Patriots, I said, I like the Patriots plus the points. This is their Super Bowl game. It was their Super Bowl game. What's going on in this game? Drama?
Nah.
Oh, he caught it.
It's a routine can of corn for Castellanos. Go ahead.
Anyways, everybody joked and laughed and said, Marco, you're shot, yada, yada, yada. I get it. And I'm not going to fight with you. The Chiefs beat the Broncos 19-8 last time they played. I genuinely believe the Broncos have an opportunity here to try and salvage their season. I really do.
Salvage the season. This would put them at 3-5.
This is their Super Bowl. Hey, we had a bad year, but you know what we did? We did beat the Chiefs. We beat the best team in the league. We walked in. We didn't look great in the other games. We gave up 70 some games, but we beat the Chiefs. So the Chiefs
This is a Sean Payton claim to fame is what you're telling me.
This is a Sean Payton claim to fame. I'm taking the Broncos money line. I'm taking them plus the points, which is now 8. It's not 7.5. It's 8. I'll be taking 8. I'll be taking plus 285. And the plus 285 will be in my parlay. So stay tuned for the 50X.
Did I tell you something, cuz?
What?
Plus 285 really does seem like a nice, just a real nice sweet spot.
I'm letting you know.
It really does.
I'm letting you know. The fact that I'm so uncomfortable, and I do need to poop right now, so that might be why I'm uncomfortable. But when I'm this uncomfortable, typically I win.
Usually he's either this uncomfortable when he typically wins or when he has to poop. That's awesome.
You like transparency. People like me because I'm real.
They do like that.
No, I'm not asking you to plug in the Broncos.
You know what the best part about you telling them that, though, is?
What?
Like, for the next however many minutes, they just stare at you thinking yeah, he's got to go take a shit.
I can see
right
in his
now.
face. He looks a little tense. He looks a little tense.
Oh, look, I think I seen him move an extra butt cheek.
Ravens at the Cardinals. I don't have any lean on this game other than the Ravens should win this game pretty easy.
Ravens are going to beat the living shit out of the Cardinals.
My God. Okay, we'll move on. Bengals at the Niners. Niners have lost 2 in a row. Bengals have won 2 in a row. I'm going to be honest with you. The more I talk about this game, the more I like the Bengals. I might be able to, if I plug the Bengals in this, it might be a crazy banger.
You know what's crazy?
But people like, you know what I could do? I could do Broncos plus the 8 and Bengals plus the 5 and a hooker.
You might as well get the Bengals up to 6 at that point. Just get them up to 6.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy it to 7.
I love that.
I'm going to buy the Bengals up to 7 and a hooker. How about that?
Okay.
So I'm going to go to game lines.
Yep.
Game lines. I'm going to buy that to 7.5.
Yeah.
Boom. That's in there.
This is an interesting game. Can I tell you why while you do that?
Tell me why.
The 49ers who played last night. Yeah, last night. Their pass coverage is not that good.
It's not.
No. I think that's where teams are going to roll back the tape and they are going to realize that their pass coverage just simply is not that good. They made so many mistakes, so many penalties in the secondary.
I tweaked my parlay a little bit.
Yeah?
So
the beauty?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Bengals plus the points on an alternate plus 7.5. It's minus 160 right now.
It could be a big Joey B game.
I really like this to go to 4-3, continue the hunt. That would put the Niners at 5-3. Interesting spot to be in, but I still think that could happen. So I like that plus 7.5 minus 160. Next game we're gonna talk about. Hey, the Bears. Don't even listen to anything I gotta say about this game because I'm a homer. The Bears are back, baby. Not really, but they might be. I'm just saying, they won. No. They're coming off of a win. They look good.
He did it. He did the Bears special. The Bears are back, baby.
Listen to me.
He did it.
I'm a Bears fan.
I can't believe it.
I do not want you to bet them, but I'm a Bears fan. Shove it.
I am going to watch this game in just a wonderful Sunday night primetime setting, and I am going to hope that they score 1,000 points apiece.
I'm going to go see my dad at the cemetery. He was a huge Bears fan. I'm going to say, Dad, can the Bears win? I'll post on my story of what my dad says. Nobody was harder on the Bears than me. Nobody.
Are you going to go talk to him, Bob?
I'm going to go talk to him.
Then please let me know what he says.
I will.
Because here, listen.
I will. He'll tell me the truth.
28th ranked pasty versus 31 ranked pasty. I just want to see the ball just get fucking
floated.
I just want to see it get airmailed on a Sunday night. That's all I want to see.
I feel that. Monday Night Football, Raiders, Lions. I have no lean. Anthony has the lean. Give it to him.
I think at this point in time, right now, Tuesday, October 24th, the Raiders are the worst team in the NFL.
Whoa. You think they're worse than the Panthers?
Right now, at this very moment tonight, today, with two backup QBs, a coach that I think is a forever clown.
You hate him.
He sucks. He sucks at coaching.
I don't know why I like him.
He sucks.
He's cocky.
He's so fucking cocky. Do you know how good you got to be to walk around like that?
You know your friend's somewhat perceived as cocky sometimes.
Here's the deal, though. When you start walking around Hinsdale in a visor, then we're going to have a one-on-one conversation.
I drive around Hinsdale in a Ferrari or a Rolls Royce. What's worse?
The visor.
Folks at home, is a visor worse than a Rolls Royce or a Ferrari? What makes you more of a douchebag? Let me know. You gotta pick one. It can't be both.
Visor.
Yeah. Yeah, you sound like you're saying Pfizer, and I agree with you. Now I do think you're right. All right.
Cuzzo.
All right.
I'm
giving you the parlay to end the show. Ladies and gentlemen, this parlay pays 44-1.
Ooh.
I'm going to kick it off with Vikings money line, Panthers +3,
Patriots.
alternate line +14.5, Bears alternate line +14, Saints +1.5, Broncos +8, Bengals +7.5 on an alternate line +160. Ladies and gentlemen, that pays 43-1. I'm comfortable with giving you a 43-1 play. So the Phillies are down by 2 going into the bottom of the 8th. I'm going to go watch this game. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for the support. I'm not as confident in my picks this week, so step softly. I just don't. We're filming a day early because I got to go to Boston. I'm going to the Bulls game on Wednesday. Just proceed with caution. Stay smart, stay healthy. And again, I appreciate your support. Tell them to leave a review.
Cousins, we appreciate your support. Like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe and leave a review. We do this and we do it for you. We love you.
Time to poop. Love you.